enjoy cooking. I really, really enjoy cooking. I've gotten good at it over the years. I cut my teeth early in cooking. My mom took a job when I was 12, and it was my responsibility that winter to make sure supper was done for the family by the time everybody got home. So my brother and sister got practice or whatever the hell's going on, and my mom and dad were both obviously working, so it was my job to make sure supper was ready. So I got a lot of very honest opinions of my food from my family. So let's just say when you don't have, when you're growing up, you don't have a lot of money, you don't want to mess up a lot of meals, right? Because it's just a resource of food that now is unedible, so it's wasting food, wasting money. And that shit didn't happen in my house. So early on, I learned how to start cooking, and it didn't take me long. I got good at it. I was making really good meals, but here was the part. I had a full-time job after school, so I'd come home, cook supper as fast as I could, and then I'd race down and go to work. I was building a golf course about, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles from my house. I'd ride my bicycle down there after I made supper for everybody, and then after sundown, because it's winter time, after sundown, I would have to ride back to the house. I always got leftovers. So I learned quick to make lots of extra food, if I could, and make it taste really good as leftovers. So that paid well in college, and I learned the value of food and all of that, and learned, hunting deer and doing all that good stuff when I was a kid too. So yeah, there's a lot of valuable lessons learned, and now it's turned into a thing where I truly just like, I like making food for people. I like serving people food. I believe kind of no matter what it is, it's it's an extension of you as a human to somebody. You're giving somebody a piece of you as you're making these meals. So I'm real big on that. I like to be creative and add different things. Obviously not everybody loves my creativity. My amazing general manager here, DJ, the first 3 times he was over to my house for burgers, I got him stuffed with blue cheese. And come to find out, DJ hates blue cheese. The poor guy never said nothing to me because I was being generous and feeding him. And he's a good Midwest guy, so you don't bitch when someone feeds you. And finally, the 3rd time, he had to say something because he thought I was going to do that every time, and I probably would have. So, but yeah, so I try to keep it somewhat simple, but I have my ways I like it. So, little finely diced onions have always been a big deal for me on my burgers. I don't know why. It's just something I've always enjoyed. So I try to dice these as small as I can get them. Super duper small. I got one employee over there, Mr. Corey. That man, I never met somebody who loves onions as much as he loves. I gave him a 50-pound sack of onions for his birthday, and you thought I'd given him a BMX bicycle when he was 5 years old. He was so goddamn happy with that. So hopefully Corey's here today. I think he might be doing deliveries, but that's good enough. Nah, well, that's enough of that. We'll throw this in here. I like a big fatty burger, so we get 80-20 cut and blend it up from there. I always put everything on I like to cook on this griddle. It just burns real well, real even. Kosher salt, and be generous with it, I promise you. It ain't gonna hurt nobody's feelings. If you want to taste something, you use salt. If you want to taste beef, use salt. And then, I like that, a touch of cumin. Gives it that little south of the border flair, little taco flair, just a touch. You don't put a ton in. And I don't do chipotle seasoning because it messes everybody up. Oh, my pepper, my 18 mesh pepper. That's an important gig right there, that 18 mesh. That's a little secret for you. You take that one home. This is Randall that's behind the camera there. Had an opportunity to try some of my smoked pork belly yesterday. And about the second thing out of his mouth was, my goodness, what do you season this with? That's just so full of flavor. And my answer, salt and pepper. That's it. That's all we do, salt and pepper. So it works well. Every birthday and every anniversary for people, we tend to make them whatever their favorite meal is. So I've got one gal coming up, Miss Brenda. Her birthday is here this month, and she wants whitetail deer meat marinated in a very specific marinade from the Northeast. So she got the marinade for me, and we're going to make her whitetail fillets for everybody and her on her birthday here coming up this month. We just did another birthday, Mr. J, and he wanted smoked pork bellies. So he got smoked pork belly, which I was telling earlier, Randall got the other last tail of that and was enjoying the magnificent flavors and spices that come with the simplicity of salt, pepper, and good hardwoods out of Missouri. Show you the little cool trick I do here. Again, I like cooking on that griddle top. The other side's got veins in it, but the burgers don't cook correctly with the veins. I like to cook them right here on this flat top. There we go. Little smash action. Oh yeah, they're going to come out just fine. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perfect. I'll go ahead and start laying in some of these beautiful little slider style burgers. And I know you're like, sliders? Jesus Christ, it's a half-pound burger. Well, that's a slider around here at Yeti Farms. We like to grow big plants and eat big burgers. So that's how we do it. There we go. Cram that in there. Make myself a little bit of room right there. All right, now, excuse me, boy. That's key. Heavy duty. Get you a big old chunk of this. You just gotta cover it. You ain't gotta seal it. You just gotta cover it. What it's doing is it's keeping that damn fat from splashing everywhere, which I'm gonna be anal about cleaning up after we're done with the video. And then it also puts heat. It holds that heat inside of it, so it'll cook these burgers a little quicker. My team's been here since 5 a.m. this morning, and we're pushing about 11:30. So they're getting hungry. They want to eat. So I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. We'll dress a few of them up with some really good blue cheese. I gotta throw a little plug out there for Springside blue cheese here in Pueblo, Colorado. Pueblo's growing up a little bit and finally getting a little classy with a few places to go eat and buy some nice higher end groceries and vegetables and things like that. So Springside imports a lot of cheese, and go down there quite a bit and pick up a lot of their cheese. They've got some good imported meats as well from all over, from Italy, from Spain. The hamon's amazing. So yeah, if you get a chance, go down there and check them out. They have quite a plethora of cheeses available, crackers, and really high-end nuts and fruits and that kind of shit. So Springside here in good old Pueblo, down on 5th Street. You know Pueblo well enough, down on 5th Street.